All right, grace and peace multiplied. Thank you for being patient. I'm just pointing out things to you that these different denominations, I'm going to get back to it. Do it, research it for yourself. All these denominations that we have today are traditions of man. Man came up with them, and the head of all of them is in the Roman Catholic Church. See this? We'll get a close up of that. See where it started? Catholics. Then you go further into time, closer to our future, the Roman Catholics. Then you got Jansenists, Catholic Apostolics, Episcopalians, Methodists, Salvationists, Pentecostals, Baptists, Anabaptists, Adventists, Mormons, Unitarians, Witnesses. They all come out of the Roman Catholic Church. That's why you had the Protestant Reformation. But the Protestant Reformation broke away from the Catholic Church because they didn't want to think that the Pope was infallible, meaning that everything he say is godly or whatever, because we know that's not true. But research it for yourself. And I'm gonna show you how puffed up. I read to you about how the Pope wants to have supreme power. So you know he's being influenced by Satan the devil. This is back in May 2016. What? This is December, so that was 5 months ago. He said, Pope Francis, God has instructed me to revise the 10 Commandments. Now that's puffed up. How do you think you got that authority? It's not yours to change God's laws. God's laws are perfect. So let me show you something else. Show you something. I mentioned Mormons, right? They come out of the Protestant Reformation, out of the Roman Catholic Church. Okay, this is a Mormon Bible. Some guys came up to me, and I had to tell them, had to tell them the truth. When you gonna stop? Y'all young. When you gonna stop believing lies? Look at this. This is 1 Nephi chapter 12, verse 1. And it came to pass that the angel said unto me, Look, and behold thy seed, and also the seed of thy brethren. And I looked and beheld the land of promise. They say this is the promised land. They say this is America. And you can read it, and it's like a little footnote down here too. And you can read it online. They say the promised land is America, when the promised land is God's land, Jerusalem. See the big difference? Let me read you something else about twisted doctrines. Here's racism. This is 2 Nephi chapter 5, verse 21. And he had caused the cursing to come upon them, yea, even a sore cursing because of their iniquity. For behold, they had hardened their hearts against him, that they had become like unto a flint. Wherefore, as they were white and exceedingly fair and delightsome, that they might not be enticing unto my people, the Lord God did cause a skin of blackness to come upon them. Hold up. Whoa. Totally contrary to God. When God put a curse on you of leprosy, that's what this is pointing to, he turns you white, not black, not dark. And the Lord shows you 2 instances of that in the Bible. But this is the Mormon Bible. See how these different denominations trick you up? Now, the point is, for instance, okay, they got this clothing line out called True Religion, right? But on the apparel, it's got a little symbol of Buddha on it. That's not true religion. Whoa. The Lord say don't do idolatry. Buddha and the true and living God is not the same thing. You know what I'm saying? See the difference? And the world is going for it. You know what I'm saying? Let me read something to you right quick. I got some time. Revelation 17. Because the head of all these denominations that they so-called broke away from. See, you got Seventh-day Adventists. Okay, they keep the Sabbath day. So they the only one of these denominations that don't do like everybody else as far as the day the Lord say worship on. All the other denominations do Sunday. You got Baptists and whatnot, etc. But they got that from John the Baptist. That was just his title. It's not a whole doctrine or religion. But the Seventh-day Adventists, they may keep the Sabbath day, but they still do paganism. They still do Halloween and Easter and Christmas and all these other pagan rituals. Lord say don't be lukewarm. You got to do one or the other. Revelation 17. Verse 3. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. Verse 5. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots. Don't the Roman Catholic Church say we got to call our daughters home? Meaning the Protestant Reformation, the Protestant churches. They call themselves the Mother Church. Harlots and abominations of the earth. Verse 6. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Jesus. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. Now, I'm going to skip down to verse 9. And here is the mind which hath wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth. What is the only religion in the hemisphere of the world with 7 mountains or 7 hills? Rome, the Roman Catholic Church, the papacy, Big Papa, the Pope. Verse 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. That's the beast and the false prophet that's coming. So go back to Daniel 7. Daniel 7. Verse 20. And of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell, even of that horn that had eyes, and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows. Verse 24. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall arise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. Then the Pope say, God has instructed me to change the 10 commandments. That's puffed up in the head. So you got to watch out. Mystery Babylon the Great. And the head of it is the vicar of Christ, which means substitute for the Son of God. Deceiving the whole world. Grace and peace multiplied.